Welcome, one and all, to yet another PTS cycle. Public test server 6-week long cycle for update 33, otherwise known as the Ascending Tide DLC. So this is going to be a very big patch in terms of, well, we'll see. I don't really even know what's in the patch notes fully. I've heard some whispers here and there. I've tried to avoid spoilers all day. So let's read this. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 7.3.0 and the beginning of the Legacy of the Bretons year-long adventure. So it's a Breton chapter. Fuck me. I don't know, man. French people chapter. This first DLC features 2 challenging new PvE dungeons, Coral Caretaker and Shipwright's Regret, where you're tasked with investigating the remnants of the once proud All Flags Navy and assaulting a coastal hideout of the mysterious Ascendant Order. So, they're following the exact same year-long formats that's been followed since 2017. It's going to be, I'm assuming, Dungeon DLC patch Q1, chapter patch Q2, another dungeon DLC patch Q3, and then a zone patch Q4. Ah man, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the juicier part here. 2 new dungeons. Okay, we kind of know what that is. We'll probably do these on PTS sometime later. Oh, geez, I almost skipped this part. So in terms of rewards. Body and face markings. Why are we shifting away from skins to body and face markings more steadily? I don't understand this. I would love to talk to whoever handles the rewards. But okay. 2 unique mementos. Okay. Several titles. These better be some juicy goddamn titles, right? Housing items. Okay. Interesting. They're adding housing items here. New item sets. Okay, so this comes from the Coral Caretaker. And it's in the order of light, medium, and heavy armor. Malega Legs, these nuts, or Malega Legs Maelstrom. The light armor set. Okay, we got Max Magicka, 4% healing done, 129 weapon and spell damage. On over-healing yourself or a group member with a direct heal, apply Malega Legs Maelstrom to the target for 6 seconds that deal shock damage to enemies within 7 meters. This damage is based on 33% of the overhealed amount, up to 3,300. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. Okay. Well, so it's kind of whatever, I guess. I'm assuming. 33% of the overhealed amount up to 3,300, so 33. Let's just assume 3,300 tick. Just on instance. But it only occurs once every 4 seconds, essentially, because it lasts for 6 seconds. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. Griffin's Reprisal. Medium armor set. Critical chance. Offensive penetration. Critical chance. When you deal critical damage, you or an ally can activate Griffin's Reprisal on the enemy for 8 seconds, causing a small griffin to fly by and deal bleed damage over 10 seconds to enemies within 5 meters. This synergy can be applied once every 20 seconds, and scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. So this is another potential, I guess, synergy offered to groups, but what bleed damage for over 10 seconds? So, okay, so what? I don't get it. 8 seconds, causing a small griffin to fly, which deals bleed damage. Okay, so it's basically available for 8 seconds. Once you deal critical damage. And the effect causes bleed damage over 10 seconds to enemies within 5 meters of you, I'm assuming, or within of the synergy area, okay? And this can be, you know, given every 20 seconds. Okay. It's kind of whatever. Yeah, Griffin D's nuts. Glacial Guardian, heavy armor set. Armor. Maximum stamina. Health recovery. And the last piece, or the actual bonus piece here. After successfully blocking from an enemy within 8 meters, tether to them for 8 seconds. While tethered, you deal frost damage every second to enemies touching the tether and cause them to have a 200% increased status effect chance. The tether breaks if the target moves more than 12 meters away. Excuse me. Can be applied once every 12 seconds, and the damage scales off your max health. Frost damage every second, touching the tether. 200% increased status effect chance. Oh boy. Okay. We'll see what happens with that one. Cargata. Monster set. Max stamina, max magicka for the 1-piece bonus. Nice. The 2-piece bonus is on dealing damage with a heavy attack, create a whirlwind that slowly moves forward for 8 seconds, growing by 3 meters every 3 seconds. Enemies within the whirlwind take shock damage and physical damage every second. Allies within the whirlwind reduce their magic and stamina cost by 10%. It's a very interesting set, actually. Makes people move to get that cost reduction, in theory. And the AoE that moves forward for 8 seconds, which is gonna grow to about, I don't know what the base size is of the AoE. What is it, like a 4 meter AoE? Let's assume 3 to 4 meter AoE. So 4, 7, 10. So it's gonna be a 10 meter AoE by the time it hits 6 seconds. Which is, I'm assuming, right? We'll see what happens with that. And this effect can occur once every 20 seconds, and the damage itself of the whirlwind scales off the higher your weapon or spell damage. Okay, so these are the sets. The sets that drop from the other dungeon here. Shipwright's Regret, Storm Cursed Revenge, Light Armor set. Okay, so max magicka, weapon and spell damage, and penetration. Okay, might be a decent set. When you deal shock damage, you have a 15% chance to deal shock damage to the enemy, and up to 200 enemies within 5 meters. And this scales off your weapon or spell damage. 50% chance. Okay. So it's like up to 3 targets on the 50% chance every time you deal shock damage, or every shock damage tick. That's interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Have to test this. Spriggan's Vigor. Medium armor set. Adds crit chance, max stamina, weapon and spell damage. When you deal crit damage, you gain a stack of wild growth for 5 seconds and restores 100 stamina, 10k, 10k, 10 stacks max. So each stack gives you 100 stamina. So you get 1000 stamina every time once you get 10 stacks. But each stack is only gonna last for 5 seconds. So realistically, I don't think you're gonna get a full 10 stacks all the time, obviously. Each stack of wild growth increases your max stam by 222. Oh, no, never mind. It's restoration. My bad. Not increase the max stam. Okay, so that's the max stam. So 222 times 10. That's 2,220. And this effect can occur once every half a second. So half a second. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. All right, let's go on to the heavy armor set here. Turning Tide. Max health, max stamina, max health. It's a tank set. Assuming after successfully blocking, you gain flowing water for 10 seconds. Causing your next bash attack to deal magic damage to up to 6 enemies in a 10 meter line, and apply major vulnerability for 10 seconds, increasing their damage taken by 10%. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds, and scales off your max health. Wait, what? What the fuck is going on here? Hold on. After successfully blocking, you gain a buff for 10 seconds, causing your next bash attack, your core combat skill bash, to deal magic damage to up to 6 enemies in a 10-meter line. A line? 10-meter line. So what? They have to be like lined up, or like, is this line like thick as fuck? Is it a fucking? Are we talking about like a noodle girth? Are we talking about fucking Ron Jeremy girth? You know what I mean? And apply major vulnerability for 10 seconds. What the fuck? Okay, and it can occur once every 15 seconds. Bruh. This is... I don't know about this one, man. It's not about the damage, at least for PvE. Or the magic it's about the major vulnerability, right? Obviously for PvP it's gonna be something fucking stupid, right? But for PvE it's like a 5-second cooldown. I mean 10-second major vulnerability, 15 seconds. In theory, I mean, okay, so if you don't want crows, but you'll probably take the uptime loss, right? Because theoretically you can do, for a lot of fights, 100% uptime on major vuln, or close to it, with Colossi ults, organized Colossi ults. But this is like, one person could do it, and the uptime will be decent. Or one tank could do it. I don't know, it's certainly an option. Certainly an option. Okay, so... the monster set from this other dungeon. This is the one that a lot of people talked about when they teased it during the global reveal. So it adds max health. When you use an ultimate ability, the closest 6 enemies within 12 meters have all damage over time. Major debuffs and minor debuffs apply to them, extended by 1 second per 25 ultimates spent. This effect will not apply to damage beams or damage tethers. This effect can occur once every 20 seconds per target. Okay, so let me break this set down. When you use an ult, any ult, the closest 6 enemies will get all current dots, major debuffs, and minor debuffs, extended by another second per 25 ultimates spent. So that's 20 seconds. So if you compare a Colossus with a horn, and that the person using the horn has Nazare, or Nazare, I don't know how to pronounce his name, that's another 20 seconds on that major vuln, and whatever else is applied to the target. But the effect itself can occur once every 20 seconds on the target, the effect of the monster set. So you could keep this up, assuming to a degree, assuming you have an ulti rotation. Okay, so I don't think this will go live. I don't think this will go live, man. I think this is gonna be played around a lot with on PTS. It's such an obvious one. It's such an obvious one. It's like, bro, there's no way. There's no way they're gonna trash it. I mean, there's no way they're gonna keep it. They're gonna nerf it. There's no way. No. 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 There's no way they're gonna keep this. There's no way they're gonna keep this. Reddit's already divided on whether it's broken or not. Who the fuck cares what Reddit thinks? There's no division over this. It's fucking broken. What the fuck? I'm already like, okay, here's the thing, alright? I'm already thinking about ways to fucking abuse the fuck out of this set, okay? And I've already got like 2 or 3 scenarios in mind, alright? Outside of class. So it's like, no, it's fucking broken, dude. It's fucking broken. If you think this set's not fucking broken, I don't know what to say. Bro, read this. Read this. All dots, all major debuffs, all minor debuffs that's on the target extended by 1 second up to 20 extra seconds. Does anyone not see a problem with this? Bruh. Do you know how many buffs and debuffs are in a raid? A 12-man raid? Oh lord. Or I'm sorry, debuffs? Target oh my god. Can you imagine the dots themselves? You would just be spamming. You just be spamming the shit out of your spammable and that's it. Because you don't need to do anything else. And there you go, your DPS goes. Everything goes up. Everything goes up. Because you don't have to... you don't have to keep a semblance of a fucking rotation. You just spam that shit. It's fucking broken. If that... Okay. Okay. If this goes live... Because I'm like 10,000% sure, alright? If like I thought it was gonna be a Redguard chapter, and that was like a 50% chance in my mind, or like 60% chance, or maybe 80% chance. This is like 10,000% chance, alright? If this goes live as is, I'll fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'll do. I'll shave my fucking eyebrows off, dude. That's how fucking sure I am. There's no fucking way to keep it. What the fuck? You fucking kidding me? Reddit's divided? You get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Alright, anyway. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Mementos. Fucking mementos, dude. I mean, the mementos look cool, but like, I don't know, man. Whatever. Okay, markings. Oh, there's no skins. Okay, cool. These markings better be fucking good. Alright. These markings better be so good, I tattoo them on myself. On my real body. But they're probably not. Alright. The dye. The drowned cobalt dye. Okay. We get a dye. Cool. It's a fucking kind of blue, I guess. Blue-greenish kind of thing. Cobalt. Okay, anyway. This update introduces over 40 new achievements and 6 new titles. Oh, okay. 6 new titles. The Griffin Handler. Hard mode. As far as titles go, it's like, okay, cool. I'm a fucking zookeeper. I'm handling animals. A bird shat on me. Cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know. What about like fucking Coral Catastrophe? You know, because there's a coral, or like fucking Coral Cataclysm or some, I don't know, some fucking badass name for the title. Or like Griffin Rider. I don't know, even Griffin Riders. What the fuck is Handler? What the fuck is Handler? How about like Griffin Master? I'll take Griffin Master, okay? I'll take Griffin Master. Not what the fuck is Handler? What am I doing? You know what I mean? How about like I mean the DLC title is Ascending Tide, right? How about Tidebreaker or some shit? That's cool. I don't know. You know? Okay. Now let's get to the next title. Oh, they got Tide something. The Tide Turner. That's okay, I guess. Can be obtained by doing what? Hard mode on the other dungeon? Oh shit. The Tide Turner title can be obtained.
Nephis
and
is a liar, a bully.
Oh, what's up, Sam?
And he's toxic.
21 months. Okay.
Handle these nuts.
Okay, so Tide Turner. This could be Tide Breaker, or like Tidal Wave, or I don't know, something like. Dude, what is Griffin Handler? Can I like? Can I ask what the fuck is Griffin Handler? What am I supposed to feel accomplished by being like an animal zookeeper? What's Tide Turner? Like I just turned the tides. Even like I don't know, like Typhoon. How about that Typhoon? That's cool. Right? Who the hell comes up with these titles, dude? What the hell is this? The Coral Caretaker. Was this for normal or some shit? Can be obtained by completing the Land, Air, and Sea Supremacy Achievement, which requires beating Coral Area within 25 minutes on the hard mode without a group member. What? Dude, I read this title. I was like, is this fucking normal or some shit? For like the side achievements? The fucking... What is this? The Coral Caretaker. Coral Caretaker these nuts, dude. What the fuck? What is this title? How about, like... I don't know. Coral Catalyst. Or some shit. Or, like... Coral Destroyer. I don't know, man. Anything. What the fuck? Caretaker. What? What? I just destroyed the thing. I just destroyed the entire dungeon. I just know that hard mode and speed ran everything. And I'm just granted this title of I took care of everything, guys. How about, like, I don't know, something it's nautical themed, right? I don't know, like fucking Pirate King or some shit, you know what I mean? I don't know. Coral Caretaker. What the fuck? The Tide Turner, the Griffin Handler, okay. What's this? Is this also the trifecta title? Privateer? That's better than all three of these so far, but even that's like, what is this? Why not just say, I don't know, Swashbuckler or something, man? Like, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings. I have very mixed feelings about these titles, man. Even Privateer could be like Swashbuckler. Or, I don't know, fucking Pirate. Yeah, this is the hard. This is the hard mode speedrun. I know that. Okay. The Airy Ascender. What is this? Which requires completion without the benefit. Oh, I'm guessing secret boss buffs. The Airy Ascender. Is this a reference to Airy the streamer? Airy Summer the streamer? Airy Ascender. Airy Ascend. What does this mean? Like, you just like ascended in Airy? I mean, dude, just get some rope and fucking like climb up the Airy. I don't fucking know, man. Like, the shipwright. Now that's a good title. Like, maybe, you know. What do you do? Okay, so without buffs. Okay, so new titles. I'm gonna give this a 0 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 0 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 0 out of 5. Like 2.5 out of 5. That's really it. Honestly. What are these titles, dude? What's going on? What the fuck? Like, come on, man. There's gotta be something better than Griffin Handler, like Griffin Destroyer. You know what I mean? Or like Nest Breaker, because you probably destroyed all their nests and shit. You know what I mean? Like, or like, I don't know, anything, man. Coral Caretaker. How about Coral Cataclysm, something like, you know what I mean, like shit, something badass. Or I didn't do know that hard mode speedrun to be called a fucking environmentalist. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Let's move on. I've had enough salt with that shit, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't know who does these fucking rewards and shit, man. I will pay. I will cut my arm off. All right, I would give an arm and a leg. Alright, some fucking Snowpiercer shit to talk to the person or people who are handling these rewards, dude.
Yo, bitch ass, you're next.
What is this shit? Where the skins? Where the personalities? Memento, markings. Even the titles are like, bruh. Yeah, like, bruh. Come on, man. Oh, shit. Alright, anyway. New motifs. Cool. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, more styles I don't give a shit about personally. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who like the motifs. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna skip it. New furnishings. Okay, so we got new bust and trophy. That's normal at this point. 2 achievement furnishings from Undaunted Quartermasters, a Griffin Nest, and the Eerie Hanging Lantern. Okay, a new home. Okay, so yeah, we saw this on the global reveal stream. They just like unveiled this underwater fucking house. You know what I mean? Okay, base game. Okay, account-wide achievements. I got a lot of things to say about this shit. I don't necessarily completely agree with either side of this. I'll make a different video about it, but let's. I'll kind of summarize my thoughts on this here. But let's read it. Let's read what exactly is happening with account-wide achievements. Okay, so beginning with this update, most of your achievements will be tracked on an account-wide level. This means that an achievement you earn on one character will be shown as complete on all of your characters. Okay, so we have official confirmation that if you get a title on one character, because it says here, right here, titles are not account-wide, meaning any titles you've earned on one character, you'll be able to use on all characters. You'll be able to use on every character you make, whether it's a level 5 or your alternative account or not account, sorry, character. Maybe your crafting writ or inventory mule. I don't know. You can use, if you have Planesbreaker, you can use Planesbreaker on whatever character. And there's a lot of opposing views on this. But I would just like to say, before I get into this discussion, before I enter the conversation myself, I know Skinny Cheeks made a video on it, and people are talking about it, not just on his YouTube video, but also in the ESO Discord, and also even surprisingly, even on ESO Twitter, which is like, most right? Okay, so before I enter this conversation, I would like to point to a person who should truly give a shit. And that is Elias, who just got his 30-second Master Angler today. Okay. So, alright. Yeah, so he got his 30-second Master Goddamn Angler on a different character. 30-second character. So, let's just keep that in mind, because we have to navigate this kind of carefully here, alright? So I understand the one side that's saying it shouldn't matter that titles can be shared, because to a degree, and I agree with some of the sentiment here, to a degree, once you get a title or achievement, you got it, in terms of like knowing what to do. For example, for me, I don't know how much this applies to like other raiders, or other endgame raiders. But like, once I do enough of a trial, whether as a raid lead or as a raider, once I do enough of it to be consistent at it and to understand what's going on, and to have done it so many times, and I'm talking from the perspective of someone who's done each trifecta multiple times, right? Because that's a large part of the people who are, not against this idea of account-wide titles. Once you do that, you can kind of translate that into other roles. Meaning, like, if I tanked something, I'll probably be able to DPS it. If I DPS something, I can probably understand what I'm supposed to do as a healer, where I'm supposed to stand, what kind of buffs or debuffs I should have. You know what I mean? I think a large part of the backlash against this is twofold. One, there's like a difference in culture between PC and console to a degree. I understand there's a lot of PC players that don't like this either, but a large part of this comes from console players, because like console players, it was like PC players back in the day. We would equate skins and titles on characters to your skill or status as a player. On PC, it kind of moved away from that towards like logs or CMX parses or score pushing to a degree, even though that's still a very minority faction of the endgame community, right? So I understand where that sentiment's coming from, because there's this kind of fear that people can spoof shit or lie or have the more diminished sense of accomplishment per character. I understand that. At the same time, though, I think there's a few more positives and negatives, because some people are saying this is gonna kill endgame, man. You know what I mean? This like, some people are saying like this is gonna kill endgame. I'm just like, No, not that dramatic. I don't think it's gonna kill any game. I think some people... I think what people aren't realizing is... that they're not really upset at the titles. I think all of us are upset at the fact that this is one of the few things we have. Fucking ferret knocking shit over. But do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Like, that's a sad part for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's a sad part. That's the sad part for me, because all it tells me and confirms for me, this is one of the few things you have. There's nothing beyond this for a lot of people, which is very telling, which I think exposes the lack of a reward system. I don't understand when we can have this conversation with the like. This is a very great transition into this part of patch notes. We just saw a great example of this. What are these titles? What are these markings? What are these mementos? A die? Where is a semblance of some sort of satisfying reward system? Where is a semblance of, I don't know, repeatability or replayability to a degree through rewards or incentives? Like, I don't understand when we can have this conversation, man. I don't know a single player or content creator in any part of the game who's like saying, you know what, we have enough rewards in the game. You know what I mean? I don't know anyone. I have never talked to anyone or seen anyone. Dude, Deltia came back to the game after 2 or so years of not playing the game. And even he's like, bro, where are the rewards? You know what I mean? I don't know anyone who's like, yeah, we have enough rewards. So that's the sad part for me. The fact that I don't think people are really mad about the title shit. To a degree. I think what we're truly mad about or upset or should be upset about is the fact that we don't have rewards beyond a fucking title. Which, by the way, in my opinion, doesn't really mean much to me. You know, I'm sure other people, other endgame raiders, my colleagues will have different opinions. And that's fine. But like, come on. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't really care. But at the same time, I understand. And if there can be a compromise made on this, sure. But you guys have to realize that's fucking short term. That's like short term shit. I would rather focus on like long term shit, like rewards, actual rewards. Are we gonna be really stuck on titles forever? No. I think this is a really perfect opportunity for people to actually say and speak up. You know, I think the only time most people are upset and speaking up about it is when this shit happens, and then it's like, oh, well, we never heard your feedback, blah, 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 you know? I don't know, man. I understand both sides, but I think ultimately it's like more positives than negatives. Let me show you something. Let me actually show you guys something real quick. I know we're taking a lot of detours here during this patch notes reading, which is a little unorthodox for my patch notes kind of readings. But, hold on. So, I put out 2 polls, one on Twitter, one on YouTube. And of course, the YouTube got more votes. I think it's approaching 4,000-ish votes at this point. So, I asked, and of course, this is like,
Nephis
not a good, or
is
enough.
A liar,
it's never enough in terms of data.
And he's toxic.
But I asked, and almost 4,000 people have said this. This is exactly the ratio you'll probably see right now if you go to the YouTube channel. 60-ish% said I like it. 9% said I don't like it. And a large chunk, about 20-ish% said I have mixed feelings. And I don't know what the fuck the 2% is. And then it's the same case on Twitter. Essentially, the same ratios. 63%, 7%, 28%, 2%. In terms of like how popular it is, I think some endgame players are like underestimating it, but also not seeing perhaps some of the benefits of it to a degree. I think you could make an argument, maybe a little bit fallible to a degree, on what kind of new values will raiders have, and what kind of things we should be pushing for as a community in terms of voicing our concerns. I think we definitely need to keep saying we need more rewards. This is stupid. Why, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have to buy a skin from the Crown store and not get it from an achievement? You know? Shit like that. Also, in terms of values, do we really value
a bully, and he's toxic?
So basically I need to get the remaining of the Undying Song achievements and fill the sticker book, and then I will never have any reason to run Vitran ever again. Great job Zos at giving people reasons to never play your content again.
Are you running Valistran to fill your sticker book, or are you running Valistran for the title? Alright. Now, you guys can be mad about this shit all you want, but the fact of the matter is, yeah, you are the minority. We are the minority. At the same time, though, I genuinely believe there are some, as I'm trying to explain, before I keep getting interrupted by these notifications, I think this will force people to kind of look at their values. Like, what do you value really? Is it a title? Is it the reward? Is it the sense of accomplishing something? Because let's be real here. Let's say a person who's done Godslayer or whatever, Planesbreaker on tank, gets their second or third Planesbreaker on DPS or a healer. You have to realize that the fucking dopamine effect from getting your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth trifecta, it's not there. Like, when I got my 6th Godslayer, do you think I was fucking jumping up in the air and fucking say, oh my god, yeah, oh, let's take a screenshot, you know what I mean? I was just like, okay, cool, let's fucking move on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking turn off the alert box real quick. And, okay, somebody in chat mentioned, listen, I'm gonna make a fucking different video on this, because I don't want to spend too much time on this part of the fucking patch notes. But some people are saying, oh, there's no reason to run the content anymore. Okay. Really? I mean, it's just gonna like force you to reevaluate what your values are, essentially. And then someone said on console. Yeah, that's why I mentioned console, because there is a huge cultural difference between where PC is at now, for the most part, demographic-wise, and console. Because console, just like we did back then on PC, equates skin and title, or achievement, to your skill or status as a player. Because you guys don't have fucking ESO logs. You guys don't have CMX. You guys don't even know how much DPS you do in a raid to flex. You don't know. There's like nothing else. There's like no other venue. So I get it. But at the same time, like, I think this will also be positive in the fact that maybe some people will finally be like, okay, I can get off my main and play a different class because I'll get the achievement anyway. Or maybe some people will reevaluate their values and be like, now what do I do if I already have all the titles on every character, basically? Do I, A, score push, or B, do something else? I don't know. So, I think a lot of people are freaking out about this too much. The focus shouldn't be on the titles. Like, the ultimate discussion we should be having, exposed by this title, this account-wide title thing, is the lack of a satisfying reward system. That's what the ultimate discussion should be around. And I understand that people like skating have offered solutions or like compromises, like, oh, you know, maybe gilded titles like in other games. But like, that's very short term to me. I don't know. I get it. I get both sides, but I just think it's kind of like a irrelevant discussion to have. At this point in time anyway. To me. My 8th IR on my stupid crow. I mean, what? Did you have a dopamine rush? You know what I mean? I don't know. I never got the chance to. That haircut looks fantastic on you. Oh, what's up, Rich? How you doing? Thank you. Why try to get Spirit Slayer on the Necro or Nightblade when I technically have nothing left to earn? Because you can? I just said it. Okay. I'm recording this for YouTube, but this is kind of the last question I'll take, or like the last problem I'll take. So you're saying, well, why should I bother going for this achievement on a different class when I already did it on a different class? But that's my point. You don't have to. And the secondary point to that is, once you do something, once you get that trifecta, well, I don't care what the fuck it is. Once you get the trifecta of a raid title or a solo arena title, you're already done. That's my fucking point. What you learned during that journey to your first, second, or third title on a character that you've done already on will already translate into the characters you haven't done already. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a huge difference between doing Spirit Slayer for the first time on the Necro and doing Spirit Slayer for a third time on the Nightblade. Like, I don't understand. It's very simple, but again, I can see the negative sides to this in terms of maybe, you know, people have just a different, very subjective experience of accomplishment or feeling of accomplishment. But again, at the same time, I think it has a few more positives than negatives from where I can see. But again, I don't think this is a relevant discussion. I don't think this is a relevant discussion because the discussion is rewards. You shouldn't be mad that the titles are now account-wide. You should be mad that's all you had. Do you understand? Like, come on. Does anyone... Am I fucking crazy, dude? I must be fucking crazy. I must be fucking crazy. I don't know. Anyway, where's the fucking thing here? And again, there's a reason why I showed this shit earlier. Elias got Master Angler on his 32nd character today. And he's not mad about it. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, alright, but he said like last night, you know, it kinda... He doesn't like the fact that raid titles... He doesn't like the fact that raid titles are account-wide. But again, I think it's a very subjective experience. Like, me, I'm saying, you know, once I get a trifecta for the first or second time, it translates into other roles or characters, and it's kind of whatever after that. Many other people are saying, no, it's not the same. It's just my sense of accomplishment, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. But again, I'm going to skip this, because we spent too much time on this already. Because it's been a very controversial or divisive topic to a degree, in the sense that people are like trying to think about, you know, why are they playing this game? Or is there really a reward system in this game that is satisfying? And the answer is, you know, obviously unanimously no across the player base. Motif crafting, knowledge, and achievement links. So to aid you in tracking which motifs your current character knows, we've added links for motif achievements to their lorebook entries, so you can jump from the achievement, which is now account-wide, to the lorebooks, which are still tracked on a character-by-character basis. Okay. You jump from the achievement, which is account-wide, as he said, to the lorebooks, which are still tracked on a character-by-character basis. It's a nice quality of life, I guess. Okay, so undone progression changes. As part of account-wide achievements, we've rebalanced how the Undaunted skill line advances. You'll now obtain Undaunted reputation when completing quests found in instance dungeons, and increase the amount of reputation you gain for completing Undaunted dailies. We've also removed Undaunted guild progression from Undaunted achievements. I don't get it. Wait, you'll now obtain reputation. Ah, okay. I see. Okay. So they shifted the potential experience points you could get from doing like the no deaths or speed runs from dungeons and trials and shit into just the completion of the respective quest per dungeon. And of course they increase the amount you get for daily. I think it's gonna be right now it's like 5 points. So they're shifting all those points from the achievements to the quest completions and the dailies. I think that's fine. I mean, like, yeah, that's whatever. That's pretty cool to a degree, because now it's guaranteed. You know, instead of, you know, queuing up with your friends to do Fong Grotto 1 no death for that extra Undaunted skill point or extra XP points, and then, you know, someone dies. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. Okay, so new PvP item sets. Rewards for the worthy. Rallying Cry. Light armor set. Crit chance. Max Magicka. Crit chance. While Battle Spirit is active, critically healing yourself or an ally causes you and up to 11 other group members within 12 meters to gain 300 weapon and spell damage. And 1650 crit resistance for 20 seconds. Not that crit resistance is as vital anymore these days, but still, it's free. Each group member affected reduces the weapon and spell damage by 15, and the crit resistance by 83. So 11 times 15, that's 165. Quick math. So you lose over half of what you can give out. And the crit resistance, well, that's irrelevant in my opinion. So the first thing I immediately thought of is, why not just wear it for yourself outside of a group? You know what I mean? Like, okay, why are you gonna, like, you're gonna lose out on 300 weapon and spell damage and free crit resistance? That has a really high uptime. I mean, basically 100% uptime. You know what I mean? Like, why? I mean, it's an interesting set in the fact that they're actually. It's a concept that a lot of PvPers have been asking for a while. Because, you know, what happens usually is, whether it's skills or item sets, to counter Zergs or ball groups, it usually ends up getting used by those, you know, same groups, the large groups. I can see the reasoning behind this, for sure. But at the same time, like, the ball group in question wouldn't use this set anyway, in my opinion, because there's, I think, a better option here, like Transmutation and Olorime. Also, again, I don't see a reason why you would wear this in a group. You would just kind of be soloing out there with a free 300 weapon and spell damage and a free boost to your crit resistance. Okay, and then we got Hue and Sunder, medium armor set, max dam, weapon and spell damage. When you deal damage with a heavy attack, gain 1236 offensive penetration for each enemy. What? Within 8 meters of your target for 10 seconds. What? Wait, this effect can occur once every 7 seconds. Interesting. Huh. This is very interesting. This is a very interesting set for both PvP and PvE. And scary. It's scary. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This might need a looking at. All right, so Innervating Aura, heavy armor set, 4% healing taken. It might have a target cap that isn't listed in tooltip. I mean, I'm reading it as any number within 8 meters. Because look at this, you have to apply it. You have to apply this. You have to deal damage with a heavy attack on the target, and anyone within 8 meters of that target, you get 1,236 offensive penetration. Okay, let's say, let's calculate this real quick. All right, 1,236 times 12. Let's say you hit somebody in the ball group. You get 14,832 penetration. If you can time that right with your own group, with like a Donnie or a coordinated ult, and you can do like a lightning staff heavy attack or something, or like a resto staff heavy. I don't know. It could be any fucking heavy attack. Doesn't have to be melee. That's. I mean, this is insane because now you can pair this with a lot of things, not just proc sets, but synergies and. It's I don't know about this, man. But, like, okay, I get it. But at the same time, I think it's a good set in the fact that it can't be used by, like, a group of, let's say, 12 people on one person. And there's, like, if there's, like, nobody around that one person, the one person wearing this set in that group only gets 1,200, or gets nothing, actually. They shouldn't get anything, right? Yeah. So I think this is actually maybe hopefully the first time a item set has successfully deterred a large group from using it en masse. Although I'm sure coordinated groups will use it against other coordinated groups if there's even, you know, any coordinated groups left at this point. At the same time though, like, the potential for ganking or bombing here, potentially, I mean, it's something to consider. But also for PvE, that's insane too. Especially if you want to go with like a solo heavy attack build or something like Luck did for his solo, scale caller peak hard mode trifecta. Like he just soloed hard mode speedrun Noda with a heavy attack build, right? So like that, I don't know, could be something to consider. So Innervating Aura, you also realize we showed your 30-second Master Angler, by the way. We were talking about the titles. Adds 4% healing taken, max health, armor. When you deal direct damage, you have a 10% chance to create an area under the target that detonates after 1 second. Applying Innervating Aura for 10 seconds. Lowers the health, magicka, and stam recovery of enemy players by 129 per player hit. So it's a PvP set, player hit. 10% chance. 129. It's a very like a large group counter kind of set. For sure. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. Okay, so yeah, I mean, so far the ones that I'm not really sure about is like, well, I'm not sure about some of them anyway. Like Rallying Cry, I don't know why you would just not wear it by yourself. Hue and Sunder, there's heavy potential here. This, not sure, depends on the situation. Nazare, this can't go live. If this goes live, it's over. There's no way it's gonna go live, man. Like, I will bet my eyebrows this doesn't go live. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I don't know how they're gonna nerf it. I don't think it should be destroyed. I think it should be changed or something, man. This is not good. This is too much. I've already thought of ways to like abuse the heck out of it, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's just too much. Like, okay, so Imperial City. Nunatek. Okay, so they're adding the remaining 3 district bosses or district namesakes to complete the 6 IC monster sets, assumingly. Okay, so Nunatek is a monster set. That's a Frost Atro, right? Adds 1487 armor. Okay. On dealing frost damage, create an area under the target for 6 seconds that applies Chilling Bite every second. Okay. Chilling Bite deals frost damage and applies a stacking 25% snare for 4 seconds. At 4 stacks, the enemy is immobilized and gains. What? Major Brittle? What the? Wait. Hold on. I think I'm fucking like. Hold on. Maybe there's something in my eye. Does that say fucking Major Brittle? Chilling Bite deals frost damage for 4 seconds. Major Brittle? Oh, 4 seconds. Causing 20%. Once every 15 seconds. I don't think this is gonna be doable for PvE because of the uptime. But still, I was very surprised to see this. Major Brittle. Okay, I was gonna freak out, man. I was like, Major Brittle? What? Okay, so it might be like for a undercap spec for PvP. I don't see this happening in PvE too. I mean, 4 seconds is a very small window of time. Plus, the fact that it has a very low uptime, probably not good for PvE. Okay, so Lady Malidga. Malidga these nuts. 1487 offensive penetration. When you deal direct damage to a target within 12 meters. Create an area after 1 second. Quickly moves forward and then returns, dealing shock damage and applying minor enervation for 5 seconds, causing the target to deal 10% less critical damage. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds and scales out the higher your weapon or spell damage. Oh, I'm like still thinking about the Major Brittle thing. I'm so surprised they packaged it like this. We're 4 seconds. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no. 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 This definitely can't go live. Oh shit. There's no way. No. Alright. There's no way. There's no way this is gonna go live, dude. There's no fucking way. No. Alright, bear. Let's go back to Malidga. Yeah, minor innervation, dealing 10% less damage. The target deals 10% less damage. Critical damage, I mean, okay, whatever. Baron Thirsk. Stam and mag recovery. On dealing area direct damage, mark a target for 6 seconds. Every 2 seconds after, an explosive scamp is spawned nearby and detonates after 1 second. Okay. So, that's 3 scamps. Dealing magic damage up to 6 enemies within 4 meters and applying minor timidity. Huh, what is that? Draining 1 ultimate every 1... Now that's a new debuff that to add to the website. Draining 1 ultimate every 1.5 seconds. Huh. Okay, interesting. Each explosive scam spawn deals 100% increased damage. This effect can occur once every 25 seconds and scales off to higher every weapon or spell damage. Wow, okay. It's a very interesting set. And I'm kind of curious how it's gonna go in actual fight. Alright, so we got new outfit styles. Kinda, yeah, I don't really care about this right now. Item start collection update. What is this? With this update, when you unlock any individual piece of a perfected item set, you will now also automatically unlock the same piece of its non-perfected counterpart. Let's go! I don't have to farm normal trials. Yo, this is it. This is good. This is very good. This is very good. This is very good. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is very good. This is very good. It's not just good in that it's a quality of life shit, but this is good in the sense that it's incentive. Do you understand where I'm going with this shit? Yes, yes. This is good. This is very good. Now people will be like, huh, why not just do vet trials? Exactly, exactly. See, this is a part of what they could do further in terms of incentivizing or like giving rewards for doing vet trials or something. Anything. This is very good. This is very good. This is very good. Very good. 10 out of 10. This was a fucking restaurant. This is 10 out of 10 on Yelp. Okay? This is very good. And very convenient. Alright, so Deconstruction Assistant, a new assistant, Giladil the Rag Picker, is available through the Crown Store that allows you to deconstruct weapons, armor, jewelry, and glyphs for materials while out adventuring. Players in your group and visitors with proper perms and homes have access to the services. Giladil can only be summoned while okay, non-PvP areas. This is a decon station without having to go to like specific stations. I don't know if I'd personally buy it, but like I can see like the convenience in it. Multi-rider mounts. 2 multi-rider mounts are available on the PTS for testing. The dual Dynamo Dwarven Spider, which is previously seen back in 2020, and the Grand Pillion Draft Horse. This is it. This has been my dream since 2020. I want to make a in-game fucking corporation, in-game guild. Just taxi services. And my plan is to like charge people, alright, gold, to like carry them across maps on full speed, full stamina mounts. Alright? And for sky shards. Because you can easily do like a crown to gold ratio. So for example, what are the sky shard? How much are the sky shards on average? Like 800 crowns? How much is each crown worth on PCNA, for example? 1500 or close to that. Let's just say worst case scenario 1500. You're getting 1.2 million to taxi somebody across the map on a mount for sky shards. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. On EU, that's like... On EU, that's like, I don't know. 2.4 million. Shit. Oh, man. But yeah, you can do players, or you can do a player, you, yourself, and a mount. Or, sorry, and a companion. Okay. And the owner of the multi-rider mount is always the driver. Yeah, that makes sense. Passenger seats can only be interacted by an active group member. That makes sense. You don't want any weirdo getting into your car, you know, in the backseat of your car, right? When the driver is mounted, a group member can bring up the radio menu by pressing the interact with player button. Oh, that's cool. How do you, whoa, you just like stand still and trade it while mounted up? That's cool. Okay. Oh, no, never mind. You just do that for his right mount. Okay. When the driver dismounts, the passenger will be dismounted as well. Okay, and the passenger can get out without affecting the driver. Very nice, finally. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm gonna buy it. Can you Uber some spell pots to your trial? Yeah, sure. Okay, so new furnishings. Ralus Halalu. 7 new furnishings. Cool. Mm-hmm. I'm not, yeah. You guys can look at that later. Okay. This update includes some optimizations for when many people are in their own versions of the same home at the same time. These changes take place behind the scenes and should not impact your experience in your home at all. Zone chat, furnishing placement, combat, and all other aspects of housing should continue to work as before. The servers will just be a bit happier about it. I don't get it. What do you mean? When many people are in their own versions of the same home at the same time. Like, so for example, if there's like 100 people in Grand Cijic Villa, that's more stressful on the servers. This is what I'm taking away from here. To be safe, we'd like you to keep an eye out for any new or unusual behaviors in housing during this PTS cycle, particularly when many copies of a home are active at once. For this reason, we're starting this PTS with only the new Sea-Veil Spire for sale, to help concentrate testing to a single home with as many personal copies active as possible. In the future patch, we'll re-enable purchase of other homes to allow for wider testing. Okay. Prologue quest coming soon. Alright, hold on. Let me have some water before we delve into the juicy part here. Combat and gameplay, and I think a couple things more. Okay, increase the threshold for summoning companions in some instance gameplay spaces from 2 up to a maximum limit of 4 total player characters and companions. Okay. Ah, finally. Poor Nolus. Moved Nolus to Dessa's path so he doesn't interfere with players trying to turn in their crafting dailies. Yes, very good, very good. You can keep stabbing him though, as is tradition. I made a video on. I actually made a video on Nolus. It was like most killed NPC, right? Because we did the math, right? And it was like, as of the date of this video, we guesstimated he died 39,168 times. So, I mean, at this point, he must have died like 200,000 sometimes. Probably, at least. Across all the platforms and servers. Or more, who knows? Alright, anyway. Xanthar's Hollow. Okay, that's a bug fix. VAS. Your character will no longer die inexplicably to environmental damage with no discernible source during the fight against Xenomes. Okay. Okay. Cool. Fixed an issue which caused the Assembly General in the Halls of Fabrication trial to not drop weapons when killed on veteran difficulty. Okay. Added punctuation. Okay. Okay, just more bug fixes. Nice. Proper story icon. Improved set curation for Sentinel Axeles rewards in the Black Drake Villa dungeon. Okay, that's nice. Fix a typo, fixed an issue where excavations could take an exceptional time to load in. Okay. Tutorial window for using the Antiquarian's Eye is now expanded. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Landris Gathram is no longer standing and walking around in front of Vivek City turn-in boxes for crafting dailies. You're welcome. Yeah, I think Vivek City had a similar Nolus problem, right? Okay, lighting, motif issues, depths of Molitar. Okay, that was a bug. Oh, here we are. The part that most of you know me for. Combat. Okay, so combat and abilities. Oh boy. Player abilities. You know, I'm a little like sad because right now I'm like tackling on 8 courses at once. Well, with work, and doing this, and I have to probably update all the sets, or most of the sets, through the website, and then I have to update all the skills on the website. Because they're hybridizing almost everything, right? Player ability that scale your offensive stats, such as weapon damage and max stamina, will now dynamically scale with the highest of your offensive stats. Oh lordy. As a heads up, the following abilities have not received adjustments to their scaling: Backlash and its morphs final damage, Conjured Ward and morphs, Annulment and morphs. So 2 shields and the Templar skill of Backlash and the morphs. Just to double check. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. So Backlash, Purified Light Pottle. Both morphs, which I've heard that, you know, they're bugged for whatever reason. PvP is not gonna receive adjustments or scaling. Interesting. Player abilities that grant Major Savagery, Prophecy, Brutality, or Sorcery now grant both of their respective versions, such as Savagery and Prophecy, in efforts to reinforce the accessibility of hybrid stat gaining. Note that player passives and consumables that grant the minor versions of these have not been adjusted at this time in order to preserve class-unique power contribution for coordinating groups. Okay, this is reasonable. I think a lot of people had concerns about minor passives potentially also being combined. You know, I think a lot of people were kind of afraid, like, well, will Templar have both minor sorcery and major sorcery? Or sorry, minor sorcery and minor prophecy? Like, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. And I think consumables is referring to both enchantments and potions. So that's also fine too, because I don't know how this should all end up, because this is a step in the process. A lot of people are looking at this probably and being like, oh, you know, there will be no balance, there will be no class identity. But this is a step towards a vision of hybridization. The penultimate goal of the ESO development has been always player freedom. And I don't know what the last step's going to be, if there will ever be a last step. Some people are speculating, or maybe perhaps desiring at this point, no magicka or stamina, just a bar. Or maybe the stamina is just for blocking or whatever, and magicka is not magicka, it's just damage bar. A damage resource or something, I don't know. Maybe there won't be weapon or spell damage, maybe there'll just be damage maybe in the future. Well, you know? What about spell or physical resistance? Why not combine those two? A lot of people are kind of like thinking on all this. And I don't think they'll ever get rid of the health, magicka, stamina thing, because that's always been kind of like a constant in most Elder Scrolls games. I think, yeah, pretty sure, yeah. And this is an Elder Scrolls game, or an Elder Scrolls universe themed game. But yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, so the whole thing in regards to hybridization of skills, it's gonna be a wild patch, man. It's gonna be a wild patch for everybody in terms of. I mean, it's gonna be a wild patch for me too, because I have to update all this shit. But like in terms of testing, in terms of like figuring out everything, and being open-minded, it's gonna be wild, because this, you know, most of us in the endgame community are usually open-minded about all this shit, and we always test a lot of things to a degree. And the difference between this patch and the previous 32 patches is our perception will have to change too, to a degree, because like I don't think we can strictly think about all this in terms of the usual confines of, oh, that's a stam DK, That's a Mag DK. That's a Stam Crow. That's a Macro. I think we're going to slowly shift towards this perspective of here's what a Necromancer DPS does. Here's what a Templar DPS does. Which arguably could be less diversity or more homogenization. I do concur with some people that some aspects of the hybridization as in this step, right? This is a process. It's not over yet. It does homogenize things to a degree. But at the same time, I think it's going to be very interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, no matter how much they hybridize the game, there will always be some sort of optimal option. And you'll never get rid of that. But that's not what they're going for. They're just going for like player freedom. If you've been paying attention at all to, you know, those fucking gaming news articles where they interview like Matt Fearer or Rich Lambert or other devs, or if you've been paying attention to what they're saying in some of the other patch notes, this is not a surprise to me, or it should be a surprise to anybody who's been playing this game for at least 2 to 3 years. At least, right? So I welcome it. I'm just kind of curious what the last step's going to be, or what the penultimate goal is here. Yo, what's the luck name hanging them? But yeah, let's move on to classes. Dragon Knight class. Okay, so let's see. So we got Fiery Breath, which is the base skill for the Ardent Flame skill. Engulfing Flame is the morph. This morph's bonus damage taken. Yeah, so Engulfing applies 10% more fire damage taken, flame damage taken on a target. Now scales with a mixture of your weapon and spell damage, rather than spell damage and max magicka. Okay. Huh. The cap is reached when your combined weapon and spell damage is over 9,000. Huh. Interesting. You need 9,001 spell and weapon damage to get the 10% Engulfing Flames debuff? And that can be from a combined weapon and spell damage, so let's say on average 3,200. What's 3,200? I don't know why I did it, just 1.6 So DK tanks can still do it. Yeah, I think DK tanks can reach 9,000 weapon and spell damage. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it changes much anyway. Composition is always open-ended in terms of raids, so who knows? All right, so here we go. Searing Strike. What? You know, a lot of people were speculating that DK is going to get nerfed this patch because DK has been pretty mostly dominant in Magicka DPS comps right now. Burning Embers morph. This ability now heals for up to 100% of the damage done. What? Any time it deals damage. And then what? This ability now heals up to, rather than up to 75% of the total damage done when the effect ends. Wait a minute. No. No, 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 this can't happen. This can't happen. No, 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 no. This can't fucking happen. This should not go live. No, 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 no. Is Rich still there? This should not go live, okay? If there's any dev in chat, I know there's sometimes a couple every time we do a new patch note. This can't go live. Alright, let me explain this. Alright, we got a Dragon Knight here, alright? Let's say it's a Magicka DPS, alright? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, it's a Magicka Dragon Knight. Okay? Okay, so Magicka Dragon Knight, alright? Burning Embers, it's a hot. Every tick. Alright? We got fucking Simmering fucking Frenzy. Alright, that's a lot. We got fucking that new monster set, Nazariz or whatever. Bruh. we got, I'm assuming we still have Base. Okay. Oh man. Bruh. No. No, I'm sorry. This will be broken as fuck, dude. This will be so fucking broken. I don't know, man. I think there's a better way of doing it. Okay, it's like the only thing you could do is like, I don't know. No. Dude, what the fuck is going on? I thought they would nerf DKs. Dude, also, what about Elf? Bro. No, this isn't good, man. This is fucking hilarious. I was like reading this shit, I'm like, wait a minute. If this means what I think it means, it's like, I don't know. That's one example. There's probably like 3 more examples of what you can do with this, for sure. What about Ring of the Pale Order? What about... Oh my god, you could do some really cool PvP fucking builds with this, but like... Bro, I don't know if I want to fight a DK next patch. if I PvP, I don't know, man. If I see a DK, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Like, oh shit. Okay, well, this is a huge surprise to me. And we haven't even talked about like the hybridization for this, right? Because that has major implications. Because like tooltips matter. And what about like certain skills with like, I don't know, man. This is too much. I don't know, man. Shit. I was like looking at that, like, huh, okay, that's kind of cool. But then I was like thinking about, wait, that's a hot. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know, man. That's very, dude. They're not nerfing DKs, huh? They're fucking buffing the shit out of them. All right, wait. There's a developer comment. This change was made to help offer the Dragon Knight more steady healing in the midst of combat, rather than locking the heal behind a more burst-like window where it comes in massive clumps. Since much of the Dragon Knight's healing currently comes in burst, while their sustained healing is weaker. Additionally, this will fix many issues where the healing for the current iteration can return significantly higher than 10, okay, as well as fixing numerous issues where the heal value was incorrect when recasting the ability for the duration ran out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know, man. There's already like 5 things. There's like 5 things on this on the patch notes. I'm just like kind of like, I don't, dude. There's no way some of this shit's going through. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Dude. I would bet my eyebrows in. I would bet if I had one, my firstborn child, that they won't go live with some of this shit. There's no way, man. There's no way. Alright, what's this one? Please don't be like something fucked up. The return damage from this ability and its morphs now scales off a mixture of your physical and spell resistance rather than spell damage and max magic at 2. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. It wasn't like a huge thing anyway. Most of the time. Necromancer, Bone Tyrant, Bone Goliath. Pummeling Goliath. Fixed an issue where this Ultimate's Bash override did not receive the cost and cooldown adjustments that got the core mechanic bash cut. Okay, cool. You can now also, excuse me, proc enchantments or poisons. What? What the fuck? What? I need my blanket for this shit. Alright. I don't know, man. I don't know about this. Dude, I don't know about this one, man. I don't even PvP. I know how this could... You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't know about this one either. Gravelord. Yeah, they fixed an issue with Mystic Siphon. Skeletal Archer, fixed. Restoring Tether, fixed. Nightblade. Assassin's Blade. Killer's Blade. Fixed an issue where this ability cannot be recognized as a class or execute. Okay. Grim Focus. Override for this ability and the more was 30 meters into the 28. Okay. It's 2 meters longer. Fixed. Made back-end improvements to this ability and more to improve performance. Okay. This ability, Refreshing Path, now has 1 less. Oh, heals 1 less tick over its duration as a result. Okay. But the total healing has been increased, ensure no changes in overall power remain. None. Yeah, okay. Okay. Strife increases damage of this ability and full no health by 5.6%. That's fair, considering nobody was using it. Alright. Sorcerer, Dark Magic, Crystal Shard. This ability will now replace Imbue Weapon or its morphs after casting to help reduce the amount of burst potential it can offer with singular moments. Ah, yeah. Stacking Crystal Weapon with Crushing Weapon to gank shit or like to burst up. I mean, I don't know if it was a huge problem. Probably was to a degree in PvP. I have no idea, but I've encountered it before a while back. But it was something you just had to like rule dodge if you were fighting them. But if it was a ganker, I can see that. Daedric Mines fixed an issue where this ability's more scaling coefficients did not match the expected ratio 1 weapon or spell damage to 10.5 magic or stamina. This will result in scaling less effectively weapon or spell, even more effectively max magic or stamina. Okay. In case, fixed the issue where this ability's damage was not considered AoE in many cases. Okay, Shattering Prison. Bound Armaments. Not direct damage in some cases. The Stam Sork morph, or rather just the Bound Armaments at this point. They increase the duration of lightning form in the morphs to a base of 20 seconds, up from 15 seconds. That's nice. Balance Storm no longer ranks up in 1.1% damage done per rank. Oof. Okay. Hurricane. AoE now grows at 8 and 15 seconds rather than 6 and 11. It's an interesting change. Reduce the damage bonus per tick to 8%, down from 10%. The total damage bonus will reach 160% max stacks, up from 150%. Okay, yeah, okay. Templar, Aeric Spear. The Burning Light passive now only deals magic damage rather than magic or physical damage, but continues to scale off your highest stat. Do you guys see how many fucking Discord pings I'm getting? Holy shit. Okay, Focus Charge. I've been getting so many Discord pings throughout the day. God damn. Fix an issue where the damage from this ability could not be dodged, similar to Stampede or Brutal Pounds. Okay, that's fine. Piercing Javelin. This ability is where it's now bypass block to live up to their name. It's mostly for PvP, but that's cool, I guess. Puncturing Strikes. Biting Jabs. Wait a minute, I have a question. Wait. This is the one that stuns you too, right? Oh, hell no. Shit. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Bruh. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be pretty interesting. You know? Puncturing Strikes. Oh, shit. Puncturing Strikes. Biting Jabs morph. This morph now grants major brutality and sorcery. Okay, that's hybridized. Rather than wait. No, I have major savagery. As Sunfire already grants major savagery process, you know. Huh. I mean, that's fine. You can use Camouflaged Hunter. You know. Okay, so Spear Shards. Increase the range of this ability and it morphs to 28 meters, up from 25 meters. So you can throw it a further distance. Reduce the radius of the Spear Shards to 6 meters. Oh. Down from 8. That is okay. 2 meters isn't too much. It was kind of bordering it, but like, I think it should be okay. I mean, obviously, if your teams are bad at stacking, then yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like, maybe noticeable. Alright, Sun Shield. Radiant Ward. Increases shield scaling per enemy hit to 20% at rank 4, up from 9%. What? Wait. What? Wait a minute. This isn't the... Where is it then? Is it restoring? Dude, I forget. It's Adric, I'm pretty sure. Radiant Ward. Okay, it's not blazing. Oh my, I was thinking blazing. Jesus, I was like scared. Okay, that's insane though, dude. 20% up from 9% shield strength. Templar tank just keeps getting better. Dawn's Wrath. Reduce the snare potency of the Living Dark morph to 40%, down from 60%. Okay, that's fine. Fixed an issue where this ability had a 100 millisecond cooldown per effect, rather than the less than 1 second on stable core. It was dealing significantly more damage than intended. Oh yeah, I mean... Okay, Restoring Light, fixed an issue. Warden. Scorch, Deep Fissure morph. Increase the duration of major breach granted from this morph to 10 seconds, up from 6 seconds. Swarm. Growing Swarm morph. This morph now limits the number of active targets you can have it on to 1. Increase the damage of the AoE portion of the ability by 50% to make up for the new limit. What? Wait. Oh no. This is gonna be interesting for maybe like a Warden healer applying minor vulnerability in a multi-target fight in raids. So what? You need potentially 2 Wardens total? Or do you rely on status effects slash something else? You gonna take the other morph? True. Let me just double check something. They're talking about the stamina morph. Whereas this is we're talking about the Fetcher infection. Huh, okay. Green balance. Fungal growth. Increase the healing of disability and its morphs by 12.5% to meet the AoE burst heal standards. Okay. But the cost remains the same, because it's a weird one. Healing seed, made some back-end improvements. Fixed an issue. Earthing pollen. Prioritizes lowest health enemies with major defile. What's ragweed season is coming? What does that mean? Does anyone know? What's ragweed? No, allergy season, okay. Lotus Flower reduced the cost of Lotus Flower and the morphs to $13.50 down from $29.70. Oh. The base ability now grants major profits in Savagery while active. Green Lotus. Oh, they buffed the shit out of it. Okay, increase the number of targets healed to 2, up from 1. Increase the healing of the light attack portion to 1500, up from 1320. What? And the heavy attack portion to 4500, up from 3960 at rank 4. Okay, interesting. Lotus Blossom Morph. This morph now increases the duration of the effects to 60 seconds at rank 4, up from 20. Huh. Wow. They're really making this a lot easier to maintain. Wow. This whole thing, right here. And it's cheaper. So it's like nothing. It's like interesting. Reduce the healing from the Nature's Grasp and Nature's Embrace morph by 10%. Reduce the healing from the morph of Bursting Vines by 25%. Whew. Wow. To ensure it's not stronger than other burst heal abilities such as Rush Ceremony. Interesting. Winter's Embrace, Shimmering Shield. Fix an issue where major heroism would not refresh from disability after activating once. Okay. Ice Fortress. Increase the duration of this morph to 25 seconds from 24. That 1 second might not be a huge difference. But, like, I think it would probably be a little noticeable depending on the situation. Alright. Two-handed weapons, critical charge, critical rush. This ability now ranks up in cost reduction, so 1.1% damage done per rank. What? Okay. Reduce the base cost by 270. Momentum. This ability is morphs now also grant major sorcery for the duration. For Momentum, the morph increased the final cost of this ability to 3,240, up from 2,700. Increased the duration of major and minor buffs provided from the forward Momentum morph to 40 seconds, up from 20. Huh. Okay. Reverse Slice. Increase the cost of this ability and its morphs to 2430. What? Why? What? Oh, from 2,160? Bruh. Okay. Sure. But I hope we get something out of it. Executioner. this morph no longer ranks up in... Well... Why would... Okay. Reverse slash. This morph splash damage now ranks up to 100% of the original hit. What?! Up from 78? What is this, dude? Why would I not go with this? Why would I go with this? Why would I not go with this? And that, like... Why would I not go with reverse slash? They increased the cost. They nerfed the damage of Executioner by 4.4%. But they buffed reverse slash's splash damage by 22%. For like trash scenarios and even like Navi, I would go with like reverse slash. Like even more so. And then for Executioner, I don't know, man. It's like you're not gonna bust out your armory assistant and be like, okay, then guys, hold on, give me a second, let me port back to my house and respec to Executioner. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. One hand and shield. Power bash. The damage from this ability and morphs are now considered bash damage and interrupts casting targets. This means the damage will increase with bonuses to bash, as well as triggering events that requires you to deal bash damage. It will not, however, inherit cost reduction bonuses to bash. What is going on with bash? Or the concept, or this word bash. Wait a minute. It's considered bash damage? What? Is that a skill? Or none of the morphs are space. And it procs enchantments and poisons then, right? If it's bash damage as the next patch. What? No longer stacks with the 10 times for resentment, the bonus from power slam, and now simply it just now simply increases the damage of your next power slam with 32%. Interesting. Okay. They buffed the shit out of it. In efforts to inject some life into incredibly niche playstyle. Is it niche though? We've significantly amped up the viability of bash builds by giving them a true spammable. Okay, we are aware of how much power is behind bash builds. Okay, at least they're aware of it. At least they're like, hey, you know, this sounds fucking crazy, but you know, we'll keep an eye on it and see if we can tone down the bash damage. They're gonna tone it down. There's no way, dude. You know what I mean? Shield charge, shielded assault, increase the shield granted from this morph to 25% of your max health, up from 15%. Bruh. That's a lot. That's a huge shield. If you have 40,000 health, that's a 10k shield right off the bat. Ah, man. Shield charge and bash. You could go Goliath form and charge someone down. Charge some poor bastard down in Shadenhall, in Cyrodiil, you know, and bash them to death, man. We the power bash. Oh my lord. Invasion. Reduce the base cost of the morph to... No one cares about this. You're giving him 1/4 shield. Oh no. Oh dude. You know what that reminds me? It reminds me of this, dude. Did you know fucking DKs used to use like mag DKs back in the day? You look up 2014, 2015 videos. It was actually pretty hybrid back then, and like, bro, what if I need a fucking joint for this shit? I need to get high to understand maybe like the potential levels of play here. Like, I don't know, man. This is like crazy. This is all crazy. It's all crazy. This is crazy, man. All these changes are wild. The more I think about it, because it's like compounding on top of one another. I need to get high for this, so I can like understand better, like how it's all gonna look. This is like the first time in a while where I'm just kind of like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, I have absolutely no idea. You know, typically when I read patch notes, I'm like, yeah, that's the raid comp next patch, probably something like that, or something like this, or oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, that's gonna be OP. I'm just here thinking to myself like, I have no idea what the fuck to tell you guys. I understand maybe some of you came here to hear me explain some things on the patch notes, but even I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen. As is right now. I don't know. I have like I have a really faint idea. But like really faint. But I just like I don't know. We'll see. Dual wield flying dagger. Disability and morphs. Now also grant major sorcery. Flying blade morph. The base version of the skill now also grants. No one uses flying blade, dude. Also grants major brutality and sorcery after casting, rather than only casting after using the teleport version. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Increase the damage of the teleport version by 50% to better reward its use. You better give me like 300% more damage for that. Alright, and you bow, arrow spray, bombard, no. Oh, yo! Bombard doesn't snare anymore? Fighting groups will be more bearable now? Question mark? This morph now reduces the cost of the ability rank, so okay. Rather than increasing the duration of negative effects on it. Immobilize remains to be 4 seconds as it was at rank 4. Poison arrow. Venom arrow. This morph now grants major brutality and sorcery for 10 seconds after casting. Okay. Interesting. Resto staff. Blessing and protection. Wait, what? The ability and morphs now follow the AoE burst heal standards, and as such, have increased the cost to 4,860, up from 3,510. Okay. What else did they do? Increase the healing done from blessing and protection combat prayer by approximately 36%. What? The duration of it affects to 10 seconds up from 8? Oh! I don't really care about the 36% buff to the heal from combat prayer. But like, the 10-second duration of the minor berserk, that's nice. It's, you know, they just made healing a little bit easier, but at the same time a little bit harder maybe in terms of specking for sustain. Because right now you can go more damage than recovery, obviously, for most scenarios. So maybe it would be like very minor, but at the same time it's like, oh, cool, okay. Blessing and Restoration morph. Increase the healing done from this morph by 12.5%. Increase the duration of the buffs provided 20 seconds. Okay. It's an overall buff. Steadfast ward ally. This morph now reduces in cost as the ability ranks up, rather than increasing shield size by 1.1% per rank. I don't know about that one. World. Soul Trap. This ability is morphs now only deal magic damage, but its damage will still scale dynamically. That's kind of weird. But okay. Vampiric Drain. Increase the damage done from this ability is morphs by 50% per tick. What? What's the point of this? Who cares? It's just, who cares? The damage of drain, vampiric drain, buff by 50%. Okay, and it's like one of those like no, nobody asked, bro. Like okay, whatever. Who cares? Piercing Howl of Agony. Fixed an issue. Where is it? Okay, failed to work. They fixed it. Fixed an issue. Guild. Huh. Okay. Strategic Order. Imbue weapon disability is morphs now. Cost 2,700 rather than 2,715, and 30 for their stand versions, and 3,122 for its magic morph. These abilities originally met these values under launch, but due to the overwhelming amount of use they saw at the time, they were increased to reach the same relative cost of other spammables. Now that many spammables in the game have received some tweaks since then to further incentivize their use, we're comfortable moving these back to a cheaper cost for those players who want a lower cost spammable at the expense of class or weapon skill line synergy. Okay. Alliance War. Magic that. Proxy that morph. Fixed an issue where this morph was not properly scaling with your max damage. Sorry, max. Okay. Fitness. Sustained by suffering. Fixed an issue where this passive was activating off some effects it shouldn't have. You know who you are. We all know. Everybody was like this big elephant in the room. Fucking everyone's doing it. Shit. Yeah, I'm surprised they fixed it. Alright, itemization and item sets. Fixed numerous issues where sets that weren't based on damage or healing were not properly labeled as such. Okay. Creating confusion where some sets that applied buffs or crowd control could still trigger other sets when the core role is that proc should not trigger other procs. Okay. The only time a set should directly trigger another set is when a set activates a core combat skill or event, such as dodging, blocking, or applying a status effect. The most noticeable fix with this is where sets such as Aegis Caller or Thunder Caller could trigger Dark Convergence, or where Dark Convergence could trigger Hrothgar, leading to insane wombo comp boost from one minor input. Ability altering weapons. Piercing Spray. Fix an issue where the set could fail to grant its bonus to LeBeau attacks. Cool. Boundless Wrath. Fix an issue. Curse of Doilamesh. Fixed an issue. Fire Blossom. Fixed. Noble Duelist Silk. Silks. This set now adds 2681 weapon and spell damage to your light and heavy attacks, rather than adding 1811 damage to these attacks. That's a nerf. Oh yeah, that's a nerf. Isn't that a nerf? Wait, 2681 weapon and spell damage. But then they're adding... No, they're adding the 20... Yeah, that's a nerf. Okay. Okay. That's a nerf. Because you'll need a bit more than this amount to reach that flat damage amount to your light and heavy attacks for this set. Alright. Undaunted Infiltrator and Unweaver. Oh, more heavy attack sets. These sets now add 2014 weapon and spell damage to your light and heavy attacks rather than 1685 damage to these attacks. Why is this more significant of a nerf than this? That doesn't make sense to me. Because this was 1811, but they gave it 2681 weapon and spell damage. And this was 1685. Wait. Yeah, I don't get it. What? 2014. 2014. 2681. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure in general this is like a nerf to both these sets anyway, regardless. But anyway, let's keep moving on. Glorgalock the Destroyer fixed an issue where this set could fail to remove its stacks in some cases. Fixed an issue where this set could activate in situations it shouldn't have for Molokina. Mythic items. Pearls of Alnifay, yet again an issue, where this set could proc from no-cost abilities, as well as some abilities while out of combat. Wait a minute. So, you can't do Pearls of Alnifay with spamming fucking Ash Cloud? Interesting. Queen's Elegance. The set now grants him power for 3 seconds after completing a fully charged heavy attack. Rather than adding 2610 damage to your next direct damage attack. You know, the more I read this, the more it reads as a response to the PvP shit, right? Heavy attack, PvP gang or whatever. Like, yeah. It's a response to PvP. So Malcolm made a video about MagDK ganking with heavy attacking. Salman made a video about a heavy attack gank build. I think the real Godzilla also made a heavy attack ganking build. 3 days ago, another person made a heavy attack ganking build. I wonder if like this is a response to that, because I'm like, huh, it's kind of weird they targeted like 4 different sets to heavy attack and whatever, or light attack. But I think that's a response to that, honestly. Anyway. PvP, okay. Dark Conversions, fixed. I guess. Rothgar's Chill, fixed an issue where the set was not triggering off many abilities that it should have, such as Daedric Mines or Trap Beast. Wrath of the Imperium. That's not applying. Ola Rime. Fixed an issue where this set did not proc off ability source tethers, unlike other item sets that share similar proc conditions. What do they mean by this? Not proc off ability source tethers. Are they referring to Soul Tether? Because I know Soul Tether acts a little weird with some item sets. From what I remember. Like Zens. We'll see. Fix a rare issue. Fix an issue. Fix an issue. Remove the ability to apply dice to channels that are actually present on the outfit. Okay. Banker. Okay, this is interesting. Wait, fix an issue where sound effects would sometimes not play when trudging through mud. I mean, have you guys ever walked on mud? Sometimes it's silent. Bankers no longer refuse to interact with criminals. I don't like that. I don't like this one. Why would a banker want to interact with criminals? Well, bankers are criminals, right? Deep shit here. But anyway, like, I like the fact that, I don't know, man, you have to port to, like, Cold Harbor. You know what I mean? Or go to a Thieves Guild, or Thieves Outlaw Refuge. I feel like this kind of removes the thing for, like, you know, open world shit, you know? I liked it. Personally, I don't know why they're removing it. Probably as a convenience thing, yet again. Okay, the Master Rid Vendor will no longer be visible on the map if your character does not meet the requirements. Fix an issue where Ebon steals 2nd Legion Opal and Banner Bearer staves and Shield Page cannot be searched for ghost stories. Fix an issue where battle rooms could be sold. Fix an issue where battle rooms could be sold to vendors for 0 gold. How's that an issue? Now they cannot be sold to vendors at all. Fuck! Please stop depositing your goddamn siege into guild banks, please. Everybody. It sucks to manage those guild banks. Please do Do not put your goddamn siege weapons into guild banks. Alright? Stop. Just stop. Just fucking stop. No one cares. Alright, anyway, let's go. Alright. Fix an issue where you would sometimes see... I'm speaking from experience, because I used to manage guild banks, right? I had to fucking clean that shit up. I see fucking David112 over there, fucking depositing like rams and shit, and never used. I'm like... Just... can you just like take the time to like destroy this shit, please? But anyway... Okay, fix an issue where you could sometimes see the wrong model when previewing items in the crown store. Blackheart Haven, Hollow Heart. What the hell is Hollow? Oh, that's the Wraith, right? Frost Trident's animation now corresponds. Who cares? Who cares about this boss? Cool. Yeah, okay, nobody asked. Alright, Spindle Clutch 1. The Power Bash ability now has the correct icon. The Bleed and Snare effects from the Drow Dagger ability now have correct names so easily. I don't know, whatever. Fix the typo. Fix an issue. Numerous optimizations to different loading steps require you to get you from selecting and launching the game to being in game, resulting in the whole process being much faster. Fix a rare crash that could randomly occur when vanity pets fail. Calculate the path to their owner. No longer creates. Spill branch. Fix the crash that could occur when a large number of effective particles are present on the screen. Fix an issue that causes a screenshot not safe when they extend ASC to characters. Fix many more NPCs, harvest nodes, critters, books, and so on that were clipping, floating, sunken into the terrain, eaten by bears, or otherwise placed oddly. There was even a cat inside of a wall. Okay, that's not where they go. Fix the interaction timing of a bunch of doors in the base game that teleported you before fully fading to black. Fix several points of interest icons across the game that look strangely low resolution, particularly mines, alien ruins, and cemeteries. Fix some cameras, fix more typos, bad punctuation, grammatical errors across the game. Endeavors. Fix an issue where the endeavor to slay barbaric foes listed ogres as an acceptable target. In fact, slaying ogres progresses endeavors to kill giants. Going forward, endeavors to slay giants will mention that defeating ogres and minotaurs also count towards their progress. It's funny. Okay, so... Fix the issue, fix the issue. Fix. UI, fix. Lots of fixes this time around in terms of the list size. Okay, wow, that was that's the end of the patch notes. So it was like mostly tame, but there's some things I don't know about, man. Things from reading my bedtime story. They're all goblin kind. No, they're not goblins, dude. That's fucked up. Hold on, I gotta check my Discord DMs because people keep fucking DMing me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe something happened. Okay. Kodiak, that's the medium. Shit. What was I doing here? Okay. Overall score for a patch note? I don't know. This is the first... No. I'd say, yeah, I'd say this is the first time where I'm just kind of like... I don't know. A lot of people ask me about next patch, what do you think is going to happen next patch, and this is the first time I'm going to be like, I don't know. But there's definitely some things that should not go live. Period. And I'm going to make a list right now. Okay. Okay, so we talked a lot about the rewards and such, and just to recap, and the sets and blah blah blah, but I'll write down, I'm going to end the recording here. Thanks for watching if you're watching this on YouTube, but yeah, I'm going to go over something with Twitch stream. And if you want to give your input, stream or chat, feel free to do so, and you can join me on the next stream as well.